Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL ESEA Invitational here in Dubai. We are backstage, as you can see, with everything going on behind us. This is the backstage area. Beautiful leather seats, everybody sleeping, lying down. NIP, actually. That's NIP. All sat
is
there
that Freiburg?
That's NIP. There's the owner. I can see there's all Freiburg just here. I think you can
tell
there.
you Titan's
actually
like
that's
right
Heaton.
here. Titan's right there.
See Heaton just about there. That's Heaton. You can tell he's a big unit.
I thought he saw his biceps from here.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. But we're into the game, so let's get on. It is Titan versus Fnatic. The first map was pretty dominant performance, no doubt about it. 16-5 was the score on Train. If you missed that one, we're moving on to Inferno. And unfortunately, it is Fnatic's map choice, and for very good reason. They are incredible on this map. The question is, can Titan rattle them? Can they challenge them? More importantly, will Shox actually turn up to play?
Yeah, I mean, he had, what was it, 3 kills at like round 13, or round 14. He got 4 kills, and he got the final kill in the last round. So he had 4 kills in the first half of that CT side of Train. That's not where you want to be if you're playing as Titan against Fnatic. You need Shox to really step up. And you know, again, this is, I want to say, one of Titan's stronger maps. Again, I was mentioning before, if you guys weren't here with us, I was watching Renegades, their boot camping before ESL Unclosed 2015, before the major, and they were playing against Titan. They were telling me that like they had the toughest time beating Titan because RPK was so damn strong and Shox was such a beast when it came to playing them during the boot camp. So from somewhere from there, translated into the actual major in the offline environment, something slipped up and they weren't able to perform like they should have. But I can tell you this, and I almost guarantee every team out there will agree, if Shox and RPK step up, they're a team to mess with. Maybe not, you know, for the number 1 or 2 spot, but they can be a top 4 team easily in the world if those two players really get going. And the thing is, we've seen a steady incline over time of how Titan have been improving slowly. You know, you compare them to their brother team, Envious, who just went out the gates flying, getting 2nd place in the major, going up against Fnatic in the finals. So they've taken a little bit of a longer road to get there, but they're definitely getting there. That's the point. They're constantly improving, and with a positive player like Maniac on the team, he's really helping bring them into the next kind of stage of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it, of course, with their performance of Navi. Back at Gamers Paradise as well, they were starting to put in some pretty impressive performances. Obviously, King went on to win that one now, but actually just switched over to G2 as well. So, you know, Titan have been putting in the work. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. They were talking about, Moses was talking about it actually on air yesterday, talking about how they're starting to step up. It's like, okay, this is finally what we were expecting to see from Titan when these changes happen. Was the major a little too soon for them? Well, maybe we could have said the same for Envy, but clearly they made it to the final, but they've already gone out. Now the question is, will Titan be joining them? 2 French teams going out on the same day. It's not the greatest.
It's not. And I wanted to put out one thing before we did get to this game, was that Moses was saying yesterday that Shox finally has the drive to improve again. He didn't have that on Envious for the longest of time, and that might have been one of the reasons that led up to them being switched over to Titan. But here we go, Demon. We're kicking off the game here. It's Fnatic up against Titan, our 2nd game of this best of 3.
So pistol round was picked up by Titan last time around, but they lost the 2nd. This time, can they challenge? Olafmeister going aggressive in apartments, and they're going to try and rush him down. Are they going to be expecting JW around the side? It doesn't matter, because Olafmeister gets himself a double. JW pops out. Olaf gives him the support he needs, and that has just been straight up 2 for 1. But now Olaf's going to get challenged. He gets himself a triple, and that is all you can ask in a pistol round. One of your players gets himself a triple. Pronax just stole away, I feel, the quad there for Olaf, but that's the pistol round Fnatic needed. They're on the CT side. This may well be one-way traffic. Titan have got to be careful here. If Fnatic get going, we're already seeing the shotgun coming out for Crims, the Max 7 for JW. I think this is going to be a very confident Fnatic.
Well, they're up against the Tech 9 armor buy-up, so there is a chance that Titan can pull this one back. Titan, if you think back, originally were like the first team to really kind of invent this whole force buy in the 2nd round with the pistol armors. Back obviously when they were with a different lineup, but you see how they're going to work out. You can see Olafmeister getting a little bit of pressure towards Fnatic. He's going to be rushed on as well as the rest of the Titan continue to go through. Shox is playing a little bit of a lurk role though, but they have 2 men tucked in on site. Crims and Olafmeister is going to be difficult for Titan to pull off.
Oh, great little flash there, Crims. And of course, with the support, Flusher manages to catch them as they pass on by. Olafmeister's not able to really get involved because Flush is just picking them all up, gets himself a triple over on A side. Pronax takes down Shox, and that was a simple round there. Titan dispatched off. Tech 9s or not, they didn't make a dent on Fnatic.
I think the smoke they threw towards CT spawn missed as well. There was like a little bit of a gap in it, so they could get some sort of help from that CT side for the side of Fnatic. But again, you know, Titan, I feel like they rushed into that a little bit. Obviously, when they kind of were spotted by Olafmeister that the gig was up, they had to kind of commit to it, but they didn't commit together. They were a little bit staggered again on their attack. And this is Fnatic with that solid control. They have 3 men pushing Banana with the nades down as well. They want to lock down and completely strangle control this map.
They have just gone all the way down.
And middle as well.
The no respect play
Look where
totally
they are.
Absolutely pinned them down there. But Smiths actually may sneak around the side there. He's going to creep on through the smoke. No, Shock's caught out. Smiths is still trying to come, but JW is ready and waiting, loving arms with that Mag 7 pushing on through. Finally, Existence all the way down in T-spawn, gets himself a shotgun, but as you can see, Fnatic, they are in no mood to mess around here. Pronax pushing straight on through. He's got himself a P90. He's just going to get the spray down. And that is Destruction Derby for Fnatic there. Titan, no room to maneuver, nowhere to go, no way to escape.
Can we pull up the map again and actually see the amount of area that Titan had to work with? It was just like the southwestern corner of it. I would say like 20% of the total map area they had to work with. That's how aggressive Fnatic were being, because they realized they're going to be on the save. Why not be aggressive and push down and completely lock down and stranglehold the entire control of the map? And that's what you're going to see Fnatic do when they get a little bit more of a stable economy going into the next round. Potentially, if they can pick this up, get some deep smokes towards the bottom Banana, allow Crimson to just sit there and reinforce them with some smoke towards A to lock down B, and just force them to go A time and time again, where JW can pull up plays like this, pushed up aggressively, but down to 15 health with the Mag 7, he's going to be forced back.
But Pronax, he's got himself boosted, so he might be in a good spot. Of course, they haven't really been able to pressure on A site, and that grenade not going to find anyone. They had back to 8, and you can see they've actually gone all the way back out to second mid, so this might be a full rotate. JW was the one that pressured, as you said, he went down to 15 health. Maniac still lurking over on Banana with Crims, the defender. But still, it is going to be a mid push. They've managed to gain control. Pronax on balcony as ever, holding the defensive line, but it looks like it's going to be an arch push here. Flush is going to be the man that gets checked as soon as he gets that little peekaboo around the side there, but that smoke not quite in the right spot. Existence gets a little glimpse, and that's all that Flusher needed, but the rotate is fully on. Crims is the man that's going to get pressured, gets himself tucked away on Porch, holds and hides that M4, and now he's got the support as soon as he pops out. Oh, he's going to try and catch him. He's going to get flashed out beautifully, double flash actually back and forth, so he did manage to get caught out. Olafmeister in the right position, but they have got on site. They are going to get the plant in.
The danger of Inferno, you can go through these quick rotates. They have 4 men alive to defend this bomb site. Olafmeister and Flush should be the last 2 alive as the final man Pronax did fall towards Banana. They're looking to attack this, but they might as well just save it this rate. They can pick up some kills like that.
Flusher with a double, and now they actually may think about it. Why not go for it? We've suddenly gone from a 4-on-2 to a 2-on-2. They're pushing around construction. RPK's gone all the way out, and he's actually got himself in an out-of-position spot, but he will manage to catch Flush, who just tries to run on into the site. Titan will finally get themselves the round. Very important one, and a lot of rotates required to make it count.
That's just the story of Inferno. The whole bait out a lot of smokes, a lot of utility towards one of the sides, rotate back and hit it once they rotate a man to help out in the initial site. That's just Inferno down to a T, but I have to really wonder what Flusher was doing there, because he backed away and Olafmeister committed into the site. They didn't commit together to kind of attack onto it, and then he just ran in, lost his gun nonetheless. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on there, but maybe trying to make it more expensive on the side of Titan. But you can see again, they're slowly sneaking their way up towards Banana. They've gone for the smoke over towards Car as well, just to lock down his sandbag control of it. Olafmeister not unfortunately going to be able to connect with that nade, but that flash is going to be perfect!
Oh, it's going to be absolutely dead on, but he does manage to get volleyed out and hit with a hail of bullets. Olafmeister though, waiting just as they push through the smoke, gets himself a double, and that's going to slow the attack right down. Flusher through the smoke, would you believe? Was he lifted there? I'm not too sure. Existence will get taken down either way. Shocks will get the planted, but was this just a clever ploy from Fnatic? You know, I was talking to Envy back at Cologne, and they were talking about how they actually let their opposition take the round just so they could absolutely ruin their economy. I wonder if Fnatic have been so ballsy that they've done that, because nobody really bought in that last round. They were still running around with Mag 7s. They were still running around with SMGs. You know, this time around, they've gone for rifles. They're going for the defuse. Shocks, if he just lines up the shots, he could manage to come through on Pronax. He's going to push on through. No! He was just too late. And Shocks, well, he's going to survive, and JW will keep his AWP, but again, that is going to slow Titan right down, and you can see they can't afford to buy up.
They're going to try to force this one though with some pistols and some AKs, dropping the AKs to the people who can afford a little bit more, and just pick up a lot of utilities. So I think they realized that they did a lot of damage to the side of Fnatic. You can see the P90 picked it for Crims with only a smoke grenade off the back of that, so they want to continue to keep this aggression on them. And JW with shots like that just completely limit the control that time you can pick up of this map. And I want to say, funny thing was that we saw actually, what we didn't see off stream before the game started was Shots actually opened a knife. So I was hoping to be a good sign of luck for him. And he's starting to step up on Inferno where on train he previously couldn't, but they're still going to need a lot more rounds than this one.
mean, that's the sort of look you need, but that look didn't carry through for him on the first map, so maybe it was all used up.
Maybe.
JW with that opener. Gonna give Titan pause for thought and look at the little slimmest of angles that he's holding there as Titans stack up around second mid. That molly gonna slow them down yet again, keep them delayed as the clock keeps on ticking down. 50 seconds, the rotate is on. They're going to start heading over towards Crims on Banana. Flusher's still holding the angle, so they've gone for a 2-2 split at the moment. Flusher on the rotate, so pulling away from it. JW doesn't manage to land the shot, tries to go through Crims smoke, but Crims goes aggressive, finds himself one. Maniac quickly reacts though. Now it's at 3-on-2, but the bomb is actually down the bottom of mid, so while Smith has got himself into this really unorthodox spot getting around the back into pit, Maniac's the man they need to worry about, and that's the man they're chasing. They're going to try and catch him around the back there. Smith has been dispatched off. Maniac will get a plant in, but Flusher coming around the side. 11 health is all he's got, and he's just going to run headlong into Flusher. That would be 5-1 for Fnatic.
Look at that, Pronax running back to middle to pick up the op. Flusher just waiting as well for the defuse so they can secure that for JW into the next round. Just really well done by them. Really good communication across the team as well, and they're at least trying to find it. You can see Pronax just constantly on this searching mission for it. Flusher's going to have to stick the defuse now, and looks like that op will make it actually. Pronax finds it into the next round, so there we go. So Fnatic up 5-1. Titan. Inferno for me is like one of the most frustrating maps because of how slow it's played out, but because you have to do that with the way teams play it, the smokes they put down constantly, not allowing you to rush straight through it. But one thing that can always catch a team off guard is just be very quick, very aggressive, rush through apartments or rush straight up through middle before they get those smokes down that they need to hold you back and to drag the clock down, force you to make some mistakes by picking up the pace of your game. But they've invested this round yet again because of the bomb plant. They got the AKs, they got the Tech 9s, they have the armor. We can see even Olaf Meister on MP7 are looking to do some work over towards B.
Well, that grenade, is he going to catch them out? That second one will follow through. The AK doesn't manage to land, but Pronax's grenade did. But Smith's managed to get through, so that's going to be Archway in their hands. Flush out JW, doesn't manage to land the shot. Second time of Baskin, can't jump up that close on him. Doesn't get the third though towards RPK. But Olaf Meister comes in, spraying down. Hits himself one. Shocked with a quick headshot. And Titan, well, they speed up the play, and it just seemed to work for them on A side this time. Just rush down JW.
Exactly. JW was being really aggressive in middle, trying to go for the peak yet again, like he's done the prior rounds. You rush him down with RPK, getting a kill as well over towards long. You control the site, and you get the bomb down and the plant, and then subsequently the round after. That's exactly what they need to do, but now the problem comes into, can you turn that one round into another? You can see this side of Fnatic, they just have CZs. They haven't really invested too much into this round because they don't have the money for it, and they're still just going for the standard 3-2 kind of split with Crims tucked in really close onto Banana.
Crims just getting a little angle on them, but I think he heard enough footsteps to realise he had to back away. Got Flusher with him. Try and get a little peek on him, but there's a little bit of aggression from Fnatic, but they're going to push on through. There's the flash going in. Now Flusher through the smoke does manage to find ahead of RPK, so that was a good little slowdown, and there's going to be a second for Crims. They haven't been able to deal with him just yet. He can't push on through. There's a fourth line in front of him, but they know his angle, they know his position. He tries to peek on through, and Existence will shut him down. 10 health is all that's left for Flusher, but it doesn't matter. The work is being done. It's suddenly a 2-on-1. Maniac, the last man standing, is wondering what just happened. The pistols have obliterated his team. He's going to sneak around the back, but now he's smoked off. He's got the bomb in hand. He could choose to just go all the way to A, and you can see, looking at the minimap, there's a full rotate coming out. I think it's Pronax that's making his dash because he's realizing what may be happening. He thinks that Maniac may well have made the push, but this could work very well for Maniac. A 1-on-1 on site, but he has no idea where Flusher is, and he is perfectly poised the other side. Maniac catches the pixel accuracy that he needed, and that's going to be the plant. Now Pronax, well, he's got an AK, but it's a tough 1-on-1.
Thing is, the damage has been done though, and I'll get to after this round does finish off exactly why it's kind of been so hurtful for Titan even if they do pick up this round. But Pronax is coming out looking for this potential defuse. He does not have the kit like you said, so he's going to have to be very, very quick about this. Maniac's already tucked in on site ready.
Maniac should just pop out here. Oh, he doesn't get him with the first spray down. He got a second chance though, and that was all they needed. But Titan, that was risky. I mean, that, like as you said, that was a full eco from Fnatic, and they actually caught outside. When I say full eco, they had a couple of CZs, so it wasn't completely, but it was a pretty cheap round for them overall. That was
a round that Titan needed to win cleanly. Like, that was a round they needed to bolster their economy. The fact that they lost 4 people, they lost the op, they didn't get to pick that up back up for Smiths to be using or Exist to use on this T side. So they lost a round that they really needed to have cleanly to, transition this into a couple more rounds to keep their economy going. And now with the 3-man stack towards Banana, yet again, actually Pronax meant to rotate around. They've been able to take full control with the deep smokes yet again. Pronax might just sit there while his team rotates back towards the A site, where we can already see Titan are heading this direction.
They've kept 2 there, and if Pronax is around there, that means balcony may well be free. You can see Olaf is here, and it is. They managed to sneak around the back of him, but he gets one as they drop, but RPK will clear him out. Now JW trying to get around the backside. Crim's kept away on Arch there. Existence, oh, he's waiting. Would have heard the footsteps there. He's going to pop up. He's going to catch Pronax in the back. Doesn't manage to get the kill. And would you believe it? Pronax has actually managed to get away with that one. And he's just going to smoke himself off while the rest of his team are in trouble. He's actually out of position now. RPK on site, not able to get too much out of it. And that's going to be defused, and Existence just in no man's land. That's going to be Fnatic's easy round for them.
Those are shots you can't afford to miss either. Like, Pronax had no idea where Existence was. He had the, half a clip right before Pronax even was able to respawn. You can see Existence just even laughing in chat there, because that might have just cost him the round. If he picked up that kill to Pronax, he could have pushed up middle, alleviated a lot of pressure that was being overrun onto the A site. So now Titan, they lose a round that they maybe should not have, and Fnatic are up 6-3 already in this half.
Yeah, that would have, RPK was basically in his own in a 1v3 that Pronax should have been dealt with, but well, these are things that games are won and lost on. Is that going to be the turning point? Because could have been the 4th round for Titan, but as it stands, they are on a bit of a force. You can see the double Tech 9s along with the AKs. Meanwhile, JW this time on an AK, and Olaf switching across to the AWP. So changing hands, Olaf feeling a little confident, and why not? He played fantastically well in the first map, and now smokes go down. Everything covered up by Fnatic in the map. Very much slowing down Titan, having to slow the pace.
Still have a minute left to work with, so they're not really in a hurry at all. Still see a lot of utility on the side of Fnatic. A Molotov on Pronax to be able to use to slow them from pushing in towards middle. They can always force to rotate back towards B, which is exactly what they're doing so far. They have Smiths rotating back with the bomb. Shock's trying to distract towards the A site, where Flush is already rotating through Crims. It's all on him. He's playing this one very close into the B site.
Manages to get the one headshot, but he gets caught through the smoke there. But Flush is going to catch a beautiful flash. That's going to pop around the corner. He catches all 3 of them as they try and dart into sight. Flusher manages to get RPK, but one did get through. And look at Shox. He's got around the back, completely caught Olafmeister off guard, and that's an AWP now wrestled away. There was another in Speedway, but Shox has dealt with him. It was Pronax that was pushing round. And JW, the sole man alive for Fnatic. The bomb is planted. He's in on sight around Barbecue, but they have the angles covered. Going to try and go for the defuse. I don't think he's managed to sell the fake enough, but he manages to catch Smiths, and now it's a real tricky position. Shox is well off point. He's going to get the defuse now. Shox is not getting there in time. He will get the shot down, but the round will go to Fnatic.
That's really unfortunate for them too, because Shox, they had no idea where JW was because of the way he snuck into that site, just walking through, not riding off any shots, and then pulling off the defuse, luring Existence a little bit out of position, and he was able to pick up that 1v1. But Shox, you can't afford to be in that kind of spot. He should have rotated. Obviously, I can say that because I can see the whole map, I can see what's going down, but they should have had a little bit more information there, knowing to rotate a little bit sooner to stop them from pulling off, because they need every single round they can get on this T side. Fnatic are still a strong T-sided team on a map like Inferno, and JW again, this man just does not care, likes to be aggressive, and already gets a hell of a lot of damage off the shots.
Look at that Mag 7, he loves to use it, that's for sure. The Heat going to pop around, tries to get another shot off there. Doesn't manage to land it. And even that goes for a 3rd and a 4th peak. That is just rude, JW. You are disrespecting Titan all the way. Pronax holding the angle over on the balcony. So he had the support. He got Flusher alongside him. And that's actually gave Titan a second thought here. They're going to back away. A couple of them, you can see, have been clipped down. 74 health for Smith, 72 for RPK, and 37 for Shox, who was the initial man. And Crims, once again, in the same position, manages to get that out on towards Maniac. This time he will get out alive. So using that same spot twice, you don't always get away with that one, but this time Crims did.
Maybe shouldn't have there. Maybe should have had a little bit of pre-fire, but just want to point the fact that JW is able to do that much damage with only taking, 73. That's not the situation you want to have happen. Like, you need to be able to get that kill before he can, take you down so much. You see JW still just tucked in on towards B, waiting for them to push through. He gets the flash and gets some more damage onto Existence again.
Oh dear, Existence getting dealt with. Now Pronax, while he's on balcony, ever present, Flusher with him, and that is A side completely locked down. 8-3. Titan going to be looking back at some of these rounds and thinking ones that could have been, but this time around, fortunately for them, they're not going to be able to have a great deal. It's just going to be pistols. So they're going to try and force Tech 9s in there. No, they're going to go full eco. Oh, head armor actually for Shox. That PT50, but that is about all. RPK with the single armor. So Let's see, are Fnatic going to go full on aggressive? They've delayed on the smokes. They know that there's not a lot. Look at JW, he's just strolling down the middle. But this is a very slow round from Titan. Look, they're all still back in the T spawn. They've barely left their own spawn area.
The fact that Flusher's just holding with like a USP, like, and JW trusts him to get his back is just ridiculous. And he's able to get that early kill and back. Well, you can see Shocks, he kind of expected a little bit with that kind of shoulder peek he went for. But JW was just a little bit too quick, and this should be another on the board for Fnatic. Oh, Smith with a nice shot though. Does at least get the op out of the hands, and he does rescue it, so it could be a good sign to them.
But Flusher's there now. It's Flusher's turn with the Mag 7. He manages to get on one. That's going to pull that Dragon Lore back. And rescue it and stick it onto site. So, confident play from Fnatic here. Just the pistols, of course, for Titan. So you'd expect this to be going 9-3, and Fnatic certainly stepped up defensively to make it go that way. Olofmeister just in cubby, awaiting existence to come creeping round the corner, while Maniac is about to walk straight in towards the crosshairs of Flusher. RPK will find Pronax. He's going to go down. Flusher pops out. It's just existence now, walking headlong into Olofmeister. 9-3 the score. Titan now. Okay, this is the round. The rifles are back out, and they have to pick something up here, or Fnatic could be looking at a very big CT half.
Really hoping for some aggressive play at the Titan. Like the round they picked up earlier on, the one that wasn't the round they just won a 1v1. They just charged up middle. They caught out JW, took him down, were able to rotate it in towards site. Yeah, really aggressive play, changing up your pace and catch a team off guard. But the downside is that Fnatic has so much money to work with now. They have the Molotovs, they have the flashbangs, they have the confidence as well to push through. And look at that, JW and Olofmeister pushing aggressive in positions. Like Titan is just being stranglehold. They have no control of this map.
Pronax. Dark now. JW pushed out of apartments and finds Smith's hopping onto balcony. That's just such craziness, really aggressive play, and it finally backfires on him as Shocks manages to push him down. That is really ridiculous play. Crims tossing down that nade. Pronax has been found in apartments, and actually this is their Fnatic fairly exposed, but look at the bomb. It's not moved, and it's actually finally going up the mid there. I think Olofmeister would have heard the footsteps. Crims does manage to find Shocks on site, but he's stuck behind the box, and you can get wallbang through that one. RPK has been taken down, and that is now the bomb loose. Its existence on Olofmeister. That nade actually hitting him. Molly also just spreading towards him, but Olof's going to creep through the smoke here. Gets himself nicely into Boiler, and that's giving existence a real problem. He's got to try and pick it up with the smoke, but he doesn't want to risk pushing through. The smoke's going to clear, and now he's got nothing to challenge out Olofmeister, while Olof is sitting on the molly still, holding the angle. This could work in his favor, but existence does pull it out, and that was such an important round. Titan finally getting themselves something on the board here on the T side. It's been a little while coming, but again, Fnatic has built up such a bank over the last few rounds, they can just buy right back.
Honestly, Titan are very lucky to pull off that round as well, because RPK wasn't in position to get the bomb up towards the actual site where they already had it, and Olofmeister being very aggressive towards Ben, I was able to hear him rotating through. He pushed in a little bit soon, the bomb could have been dropped in a little bit of different position, but existence, it's a very nice shot off to put up that 1v1 against Olaf to net them another round. But even at this rate, if they can pick up more, they're going to be hurting very much on the CT side. Look at that, JW would have been able to pick up one.
Oh, and that was the bomb carrier. It's lost in the smoke. Maniac finally manages to find him, and he goes straight into JW's crosshairs. Pronax will not land a shot onto Smith's there. And now Olofmeister coming through from Library. Are they going to rotate here? No. Moving into sight, so it's going to be planted, looks like for balcony. Olofmeister totally smoked off here in Moto. Not able to find the angle. Smith is going to back up into pit, and actually could just caught a glimpse of Olofmeister and tagged him pretty heavily. Second man. Alongside him is Crims, and they're going to back away. They got to save. We were talking about their economy, now how it was starting to hurt, and finally Titan starting to put the screws on towards Fnatic. The best they can hope for is 9-6, but they're going straight towards it, and if they can get a good start on CT, a 9-6 turnaround is very easily.
I'd say 6 rounds T-side against Fnatic is something you can't ever scoff at. That's actually pretty damn good. You know, against the best team in the world on one of their best maps. But the problem's going to come to on that CT side if they can kind of keep control of that. Not to mention they need to pick up this round to get that 9-6 scoreline to stop themselves from going down 10-5. But you see Olofmeister, he does have the op picked up for JW. Actually, I saw the Mag 7 as well in there, so JW could be bringing the heat. Pronax sitting on the Famus, and Flusher only on the CZ. So Fnatic scraping the barrel with anything they possibly can, buying up. The Titan are having a field day, except Smith, who has no utility to work with, but he does have that op. He hasn't really been able to be effective on it so far, but there we go. Finally, a big kill coming out of Olofmeister. Gives them that man advantage that they seem to seldomly ever have on this T side.
boost working out for them, but JW is still lurking. He's been using this Mag 7 constantly. This time around he manages to find Smiths, picks up the AWP as well, and now he's going to push forward, and he gets shocks. That is disgraceful stuff. JW, unwarranted aggression, just pushes on now. That's a play that you wouldn't expect, but when you're feeling so confident, Flusher pushes out, finds himself a headshot towards RPK with that CZ. And finally, JW gets dealt with. He actually pushed out of balcony as well there, dropped down in towards second mid. But this is a wild, wild map, and tonight are left with just existence. He managed to pull it off previously, but now he's down to a 2-on-1 from a 1-on-3. That grenade, he spotted it. He manages to catch a glimpse, but he peaked a little too soon, and Crims was ready. So 10-5 is the half score for Fnatic. You can't sniff at 5 rounds of a Titan. That's better than they certainly would have hoped for at one point in that first half, but still, they've got to pick up the pistol here and get a good start.
They really need that. Like, they need to have that stable economy. The thing is, I want to know how Titan are going to hold this B site. Like, that's always been a pivot point of the CT holds. The fact that you can get the deep smokes down to have the stable economy to, you know, invest your smokes time and time again into that situation. Then the Molotovs as well to just delay them. You kind of cut off a big portion of the map for the enemy side to really use. But the thing is, if they can't get that stable economy to make that happen, well, then they can't really get a lot of momentum going. But we can see Flusha actually pushing it towards B now with RPK, Shocks, and Smiths there. So a 3-man stack towards B, but in the meantime, the bomb's heading over towards A. This could be dangerous for Titan.
Nobody really got vision, and if Existence backs away a little too far, he's going to leave it exposed. He's going to rotate back around, so it's just Maniac and Existence to hold back this 5-man offensive. The rotate coming from Titan, they've already read the play. Look at RPK and Smiths, they're dashing around, they're going to be coming from CT Arch, and that's going to headlong into them. Smith should catch them. As soon as he comes around to the library, there's the nade, they spot him come around the corner, and that's all the information they needed. They're in the right place at the right time, but the question is, can they land their shots? RPK doesn't manage to tag JW as he passes on by, knocks him down to 50 health, gets a second tag, but Maniac and Existence are striking. They're holding off on the A site, and actually it's a rotate now. Shocks, the foot race is on. He should get there before Pronax manages to get around with the bomb. So now he holds the angle. The question is, will they push on through? There's going to be 2 of them coming around the corner. Does manage to get a good tag down. You can see the blood splatter on the wall, but it's not enough. And Crims will strike. Existence and Maniac. That's a tag. That's exactly what they needed. Gets another one. Another big hit on Crims. And now JW just on 3 health. They are both coming from the same direction, and the bomb plant is in. JW is going to expose himself. Existence will find him. And now Crims at the back gets a little glimpse, but gets tagged up straight away. Headshot was found from Maniac. Defuse will come in, and that's the round Titan needed. The pistol start. Now can they hold on in the second round?
And Maniac, when he went on a 1v1 inside of bedroom up against Olafmeister, completely cut off the potential for that split onto the A side. So with him getting that kill, it forced Fnatic to go towards the B side. Not to mention Shocks did a lot of damage before he went down, and then not to mention they got the bomb planter, so they didn't give him the advantage of the time. Well done by Titan to get themselves back on the one. Maniac off the back of him really stepped up. And now it comes into the next round. We see the P250s bought up for Fnatic. A couple of nades, well, 4 of them. Which seems to be thrown maybe towards haste, or more towards sandbags, or even towards middle where they're trying to catch someone crossing through, but not able to get that damage in. Actually, not a single point of damage was done from that. And Titan able to just sit back and play this one safe. They don't want to lose any guns. Again, just have a solid, clean start as well as they can, or as much as they can, into the second half, and they could have a good chance of going up against Fnatic to pick up the victory. But what a shot out of Olafmeister on an RPK. Wow.
Not the best of starts for Titan. So that's a rifle, but it should be protected. But now they know. And again, it's another stack. It looks like it's going to be pushing straight through and towards A site, and this time it's going to be Shocks awaiting. He's got support. There's a rotate coming from Maniac, and he's going to be walking right headlong into Flusher. He's going to back it in there. Doesn't get the flash down perfectly, but manages to catch one. JW is going to push out. Maniac with a triple. Shocks finishes it out with a double as well as himself. It's 10-7 Titan. That's what they needed after RPK going down so quickly there to the headshot fall off.
That could have been very dangerous considering that Fnatic, they lost the pistol round on T side of Trame, and then they take the next 3 after because they were able to force it up and get invested into the pistol armor. But they've been able to plant the bomb in the first round, so obviously you're going to see the AKs come out for them this time. They're up against 2 FAMASas still on the side of Titan, so they have a very good chance of pulling off this round. The problem is they don't have a lot of utility to work with in terms of flashes and smoke. So if they're going to hit something, well, they're not going to be faking it. They're going to be committing to it. I think Titan, they're going to know this, and once they see the smokes come in, they're going to be rotating as quick as they possibly can.
Oh, Shocks just got a good glimpse there. Backs away, not quite quick enough though, and Pronax will manage to find his head. Tagged very low though, but it's a quick play. Now look at the speed that Fnatic are pushing in here. That's the bomb loose. He's gone into pit. And now RPK, if he can just hold on, the rest of the team can rotate and cover this one off, but they are being pincered, they are being pressured. It's a 3-on-3 already. Maniac, though, into sight, has a good crossfire position set up here. If he just hopped up, he will find JW, and he does. And now Olafmeister, you can see him up on high on the balcony. He's got Crims with him. The gruesome twosome that joined so long ago and turned Fnatic's favours into a magnificent team. But Maniac finds Crims. Olaf all alone. 1-on-3. Never rule him out, because anything is possible. 40 seconds on the clock, so plenty of time to play with here. And he's just hoping that someone goes a little too aggressive, goes peeking, but Titan are being disciplined. They're holding the angles. They're sitting in graveyard. They're sitting on site. They're sitting in pit. And Olaf's not going to be able to find anything this time around.
I think he's just going to save his gun. He's got 20 seconds left, so he has the window to pull this one off, but I think he can make it expensive for the side of Titan if he really wants to go for it. I would say save it. I mean, 10 seconds left, you're not going to pick up 3 kills and get the bomb down. You could get some damage through, but you can't even get onto an existence. And that would be Titan getting one step closer. The scoreline is becoming very close now. It's 10-8. They didn't do too well on the T side, but they did enough to at least get an even score coming into the second half.
Going to give Titan a lot of confidence, I feel, because chances are they could pick up 5 rounds without reply now, assuming they will take down these P250s of Fnatic. But it's a wild assumption sometimes. Mid's going to lay out the smoke over towards B site, so not going to be too deep for them this early on, but Resistance manages to get a good spray through the smoke down on JW. Backs away, gets out cleanly. Now Olafmeister going on the hunt. He managed to find a great little shot onto RPK last time he did this. Can he get a second chance? No, RPK not falling for it this time around. Quicker to the draw. And it should be a very simple closeout of the round as they try and push on through in towards the B site. So Fnatic finally start to see a little bit of pressure on them here as they try and push into sight. Maniac should get a little good spray down here. They know the positions. Does manage to get himself a second. There it is. Resistance actually picking them both up. So 10-9. Now Fnatic can afford to buy themselves back up. If Titan were to pick this one up, obviously the round losses would start kicking in for Fnatic, so money would start going their way. But this is a great little start for them. It's exactly what they needed on the CT side.
It is. It very well is. The problem is they've only been up against the one gun round of Fnatic, so they were able to pick up that round, gain I want to say a little bit lucky because the bomb dropping in pit, it just completely halted Fnatic's presence and push onto the A side. If they were able to maintain control of it, they could have rotated back towards B, but if they want to have a chance at keeping this pace going, they need to pick up this round, this gun round against Fnatic. They'll be up against quite a few thereafter, but this will set the pace. Olafmeister already able to open up on one.
Oh, didn't quite get the second, and he was very close to JW, but that's completely carved the map wide open. It's Smith's in a 1-on-2 over on A site, while Existence does actually manage to catch the backside of Flusher there, so suddenly it's a 2-on-2. Existence just managed to get that one, but again, Smith, I felt he should have delayed a little bit there. Existence was coming up mid, he peaked a little too soon it seemed, but they're both in pit. It's a really awkward position for Existence to try and push in. They're both holding the angle, but now he's actually managed to get himself up close. He couldn't eliminate one. Oh, caught around the side by Pronax. If it had just pushed a little bit earlier, he'd have been out of the gunfire range. But instead, Fnatic pick up that round, and now they can afford the AKs. Now they can afford it, and well, Titan will be able to rebuy back into it. You see the AWP popping in for Smith. It's the first time on the CT side we're going to see them make use of that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, by the way, on that push. Like, Smith, if he just delayed a little bit longer, because Existence was still at the bottom of Banana, he picked up a crucial 1v1 against Flusha, allowing him to push back up middle and alleviate a lot of pressure that Titan had in finding the last remaining members. So if they wait a couple of seconds, they could have pushed them together, maybe taken the pit fight 2-on-2. And either way, it's a good try by Existence, and Fnatic are now up 11-9. Like I said, the AWP picked up for Smith hasn't been too impactful so far in this map. He did very well in train actually with it, but he's, as you can see, a very different style between him and JW. Maybe it's in terms of confidence or style alone, but he's not being as aggressive as JW is, and that might just be due to the team as well, of them wanting to pick up these rounds, not wanting to throw away such a heavy investment to a gun like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure anyone actually matches the aggression of JW. It's very much unorthodox, and again, Smith's not going to find him. JW will come out on top in a straight-up one-on-one duel that really should have gone JW's way, and that's caused the problem now over on A side. Cox is going to flash himself out and get a little glimpse around the corner, but didn't find anyone. It was JW that he was looking for, so he's going to have to close in on site. He has support now coming, the rotation coming from B side. JW just playing it around on towards quad there, and even managing to find the shot, but RPK will get the revenge kill. RPK up in graveyard, doing work here, but he's been taken down, and now Maniac all alone. Tries to get around the side, doesn't matter. Flusher will be hiding in cubby, will catch Maniac coming out of library. And now Titan are in trouble because they're back to an eco, and Fnatic are just 4 rounds away from victory.
Yeah, you do have 6.1k, I think that was an RPK. I think you just could buy some pistols for his teammates just so they can have some sort of firing power to use. Yeah, you can see just dropping a couple of 5.7s for his teammates there, but I'm really just trying to figure out, you know, what Titan needs to do a little bit better. The fact is, like, there's 2 completely different styles when it comes to the CT side for these teams. You have Fnatic, you had Olaf Meister and Crims pushing Banana every time. You had JW pushing up apartments almost every time, being really aggressive, cutting off a huge portion of the map, even pushing middle. But Titan are playing more respectful, more laid back, city back, letting Fnatic come to them and try to win up the Angels, which is very hard to do against 4 of, like, the best players in the world. So maybe Titan need to change things up, maybe get a cheeky stack going on. Maybe get a couple of more aggressive peeks with some nice pop flashes from some teammates in, so they can get, you know, an easy kill or 2. But you can already see the damage in this round has been done. Maniac Shock's existence, all about half HP, and there should be Fnatic picking up.
I mean, we could talk about the confidence that Fnatic have. I was watching them just as they were setting up on stage yesterday for their TSM game, and Flusher just sat there and let him pin his ESL 1 Cologne pin on screen full, just rotating around as they backed away to talk tactics, and you're just like, I am the champion. I know I'm the champion. That is the confidence that these guys ooze, and as you can see, they're obviously closing out Titan here. It's just existence and Maniac alive with these P250s to try and figure something out, pick something up in the exit here for Fnatic, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to find anyone. JW himself has gone hunting. Crips does find one. That's going to be Maniac going down. Resistance will get dispatched off by Flusher. So Fnatic looking to close out in confidence here. 13-9, just 3 rounds is all they require for a place against Virtus Pro in the semi-finals.
Alright, well, it looks like RPK has done the up over towards Smiths. I want to see Smiths do an early peek middle. I want to see him try to catch out Fnatic in that position like we've seen JW do, get an early kill or 2. And yet he's actually going for the smoke over towards the top of Banana for Titan. Did he actually throw it, or is it delayed? No, he did throw it, so he does have the potential to back away existence, though. I'm not sure if they're going to expect him to be pushed up towards sandbags, but the way Fnatic have set up, they're not even looking to check that anytime soon. So again, Titan just playing the defensive kind of position. Smith's able to finally get a kill onto JW. Like, can they still stop this train that Fnatic has begun? 13-9. You have that man advantage, though.
Pronex. No one actually looking his direction at the moment. RPK was just a little lower, but Shox does manage to find Olaf Meister. Pronex now is spotted. RPK waiting for something to emerge from the smoke, but that molly's going to be right towards the back of him. It's going to force him forward, and actually Pronex managed to get through, drops down, but RPK catches the head as he falls down towards him, and now catches a second on Crims in quad there. And Flusher, the last man standing. This is a good round for Titan, a solid defensive round. Fnatic will be able to rebuy straight back up for this one, but Titan need to do anything they can to keep themselves in this tournament here in Dubai. Smiths will close it out, holding the angle from Graveyard, takes it to 13-10. But you can see Fnatic, of course, rebuying straight back into it.
Oh, my soul is in on 1500, so it looks like should be able to drop him. I think Pronox should be able to get him up, get the AK, but they're not going to have a lot of smokes to work with. Really too many flashes, so if they're going to commit to something again, they have to just stick to it. They can't really pull off too many fakes, which we haven't really seen Fnatic do too much. It was typically, in this game so far, Titan the ones to do it. But Smiths, they rotate him around the map, so it looks like he's being a little bit more confident, trying to catch him out towards Mena where he hasn't been present. And if he just waited a second longer, it could have been worked out really well for now. He's forced to back away, but he's still taking the shots.
Oh, didn't get the second chance. He's going to try and flash himself and have another look. Instead, finds himself looking at the ground, scopes up, rips with a nade, will follow through, and that is not the way you want to lose your orb. The grenade straight to the bonds. Now instead, are they going to over-rotate on this one? See, there's 3 members of Titan pushing down towards Banana, and that's going to leave RPK totally exposed, and that is where Fnatic are now going. They have completely caught them off guard here. It's been beautifully played by Fnatic. They've prodded, and they've managed to find a little opening. RPK is going to smoke off Olaf Meister, but that's not really the one they need to worry about. It's the 4 coming around the side. He's going to see 1. He gets 1 lined up. Can he get the second? It's enough to slow them down. The rotate's coming. He's going to have 1 in library now, so the support is finally arriving. It's Shox just lurking in the smoke there. Crims wasn't quite catching the angle. JW is going to get caught out. RPK, can they move him out of pit here? They're trying to ignore him. They're trying their best to just ignore the fact that he's there, but Shox has managed to take one down. He gets himself a second. And well, the tank in the pit manages to keep Fnatic at bay in almost a 1v5 scenario.
The thing about that was, it wasn't the fact that he got the 2 kills, it was the fact that he got the kills and stayed alive, allowing and buying time for the rest of his team to rotate in to help out. As long as he stayed alive behind that column and pit, he would have been able to just constantly apply that pressure from that position and force Fnatic to look again in multiple directions. But again, I think Fnatic maybe getting a little bit just lack with their play. Not really fully committing to as much as maybe they would in the past. Still expecting to probably pick up this win. And the thing is, if you look at Titan, if they do get this map, they still have Cobble to go up against Fnatic next. And that's a map they lost 16-6 against them in the group stage just yesterday.
Yeah, that's not something you want to do all over again. Fnatic very strong on just about every map at the moment. They are just on pistols. So Titan close this one out, make it 13-12. Possibly try to tie up the game with Fnatic. Again, a lot of rotating coming out from Fnatic. It is going to be all the way back down mid, all the way over to Banana. There's no smokes down at the moment for Titan. They have them still holding off that molly in the hand for Maniac. Should be enough to just lay down, keep them at bay. 40 seconds. There goes the molly, bounced off, and that's going to force them to just rush off through it. They do manage to get one down, but that is probably going to be all, as Maniac, his immovable object, start new box. Just going to pop around, gets himself a fourth, and very easy stuff for Titans. So they do secure the round, that's the one they needed. Now, can they tie the game up as Fnatic get themselves their AKs once again?
I will say this for Titan, I'm pretty sure not the only one out there, but I didn't expect the game to be this close on Inferno, on a map that Fnatic is just so damn strong on. But they're doing a lot of work here, and credit to them for being able to pull off, especially when their tournament lives are on the line. Maniac has really stepped up on the CT side. Smith as well has finally been able to get some sort of steam going with the op. He's already getting some good damage on Ultimate. He's just back when he's alive, but he gets the tag on the Crims, gets the kill, and this is a good start for Titan now.
That's exactly what they needed. They did the damage. RPK pops out. Full on aggression from Titan. He's catching Fnatic a little off guard here. JW tries to get himself in balcony. And now RPK, he's being pressured, but he's found the bomb carrier. Pronax goes down. Comes around, challenges JW. Finally gets him down, but look at Shox. Shox is now on the hunt. He gets around the side. If he's just a little quicker, JW realized it, but he gets caught out. And now Flusher is all alone. Titan finally go aggressive on Fnatic, and it catches them caught clean with their pants down around their ankles, and now Flusher just to back away. Bomb is loose. It will be picked up. If it's not covered off. They haven't completely closed in on it because it's a very tricky position to defend. But now in a 1-on-3, can Flusher do it again?
Well, we did it yesterday on Dust 2 against TSM. That's exactly what I'm thinking of right now. He's only got Shox to worry about in Graveyard with Maniac over towards Long. So if he gets this one kill, he can get the bomb down. The thing is, the time is ticking away. It's 30 seconds left. These Shox right off to the side. He's going to peek around this corner and go for the kill, but he has to hit it.
Yeah, but he's looking down towards pit. That's where you'd expect him. Now he got a glimpse. Oh, and he gets the spray. Shox had to have landed that shot. He was open in the doorway, and all he did is just got a tiniest little tag on him. And now Flusher should be able to get the plant down. The Molly's going to be off to the side, but look at this. Maniac, he's in the right place. He knows he's caught in the corner. Maniac should be able to land this shot, and he will. And finally, it goes 13-13. Titans' aggression actually paying off this time around.
The thing is, they haven't done that the entire game. So they wanted to go in for something like that, just to catch Fnatic completely off guard, and that's exactly what they did. Smith's got 2 dinks and a kill in the end off of one of the dinks that he had. Then he had RPK come out of apartments as well to pick up a kill. Now, it was just really well done by Titan to catch Fnatic off guard. Like you said, their pants around their ankles, and now we're seeing Fnatic go for the pause. And I was talking to Anders about this yesterday when they paused against TSM. We all really wonder, what's the percent of rounds they win after a pause? Because it always seems to be ridiculously high. They always seem to pull off the rounds after just being really quiet, collecting their thoughts, and subtly talking about a couple of things.
Yeah, ironically, they actually lost that one, I have to say now. It's just that's just the way it is. But they do win a hell of a lot of rounds afterwards. And more importantly, I mean, you just need to think of the major, the final, where they did exactly the same thing against Envy. I think they were 14-7 down, 14-8 down. Quick pause, figure things out, and bam, straight into overtime, and then picked up the map. That was on Dust 2 though. We're on Inferno here, and as you say, just a quiet period, collect the thoughts, couple of words, that's all they had. I saw yesterday when you were mentioning this, they were looking back, Pronax was looking back, talking to his coach as well, so a little, you know, extra perspective, I guess, from inside a game, outside a game, just to figure out, okay, what are we got to do? What are we just because it's only a minor adjustment. They're at 13-13. This is far from over.
I feel like the route they want to go in this one is, if you think about the sites they've hit, they've been very lackluster at B. The times they have gone there, it's been with just the pistols, not really buying up the guns. Thing is, they don't have the money this round to invest like into the AKs and the Molotovs to clear out the back of site to force Maniac in a position that they can take a favorable trade in. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for them to do that. But then you also have the option of the 3-2 split. You know, as long as you can deal with Smiths, who's been the one kind of pushing apartments or watching middle from short, if you can pretty much cut him off from this one and go towards long, you can very easily get in towards CT spawn. They've been, you know, keeping Shocks and RPK over towards pit as much as they possibly can. So if they can open up that avenue, they can very well hit onto that B site without having to have those Molotovs. And again, they have to be very careful, because if they lose this round, they're going to be hurting in money. Titan will be, you know, 2 rounds away from taking it into the 3rd map on Cobble. And obviously Fnatic, they want to take some time to not have to worry about, not have to play an extra map before they get into a semifinal. And Titans have to pick up the Cobblestone map if they want to have a chance.
I'm interested to see where the Smiths actually goes for an AWP this time around. It's, as you said, you know, he was hitting the shots on train, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been that impactful. Certainly like the likes of JW were so earlier on. He's got 8,000 in the bank, so he can certainly afford to go for it. The question is, has he got the confidence, and do they need it?
I think it depends on how Titan want to play the round out. Do they want to get aggressive in middle and allow him to facilitate a shot in towards that direction? Because they should know that Fnatic won't have the money to invest in Snop themselves, so it comes down to Smiths if he just hits a shot against an AK, which at times can be very difficult. But I feel like it's going to determine if he picks up the op, they want to get aggressive and pick up a shot. If they don't, they want to play a little bit passive, let Fnatic control the pace of the game.
Well, here we go. Good luck, have fun exchange. It is going to be an M4, so not fancying that AWP down against AKs. Question is, where will Fnatic go? It's going to be a default setup from Titan. No aggression this time around. JW just hoping and waiting perhaps that Smiths would have gone for that AWP and trying to get that shot off, but it's not going to be. And Olaf is going to be the one that goes aggressive.
Again, you have Smiths, the only man defending towards long at the A site. If they can take him down, smoke off short, they can completely open up the B site where Maniac and Existence are the 2 waiting, as long as you keep Flusha and Crims there to rotate up Banana. But Smiths actually already being pulled back towards B, so trying to read into the situation, but in the mini-map, Fnatic are more than happy to sit tucked in towards this A site where Shocks and RPK are only 2 men to defend.
You can see Olafmeister, he's just trying to get something out there. Shocks did actually throw out his molly, so he baited out 1 grenade at least. Distance has found Flusha, so he actually went for the rotate over to Banana, and I think he's going to push on through around the back here, so RPK has to keep them at bay here. There's going to be the flash, manages to bounce himself out around that smoke, but it's going to be a rope-a-dope, and they're going to try and push on through Speedway. JW does manage to catch Smiths out, but Existence has got himself a cheeky little spot up on high, but JW expected it, gets himself 1, didn't expect the second there, it's Crimson pushed on through, and now he realises they're in a real tricky situation. Olafmeister does manage to get 1, but Smiths, Shocks, will catch him out. Now it's a 2-on-1, but the race is very much in Fnatic's favour here. Crims will get the plant down, and it's in the wide open spot. Now, Shocks and RPK, they have to make the cross, and Crims is in the perfect place to expect it. They've come in heavy-footed. Shocks is going to go straight into it. The spray down works. RPK's head was found, and Fnatic, with just 5 hit points remaining on Crims, pick up the round.
Oh, there we go. Add another round to the board there for them after the pauses, because they pulled that one off. That was so close to, considering Titan had 3 men towards Banana. They pushed the 3 men out. Existence getting the kill on a flush, just stopping that potential split in towards that B site. Then they run into it, realizing they're going to be hitting towards the A site, but RPK not able to win up the duels. He was smoked off, which was really well done by Fnatic, allowing them to get in towards that CT spawn area. And Titan back with the 5. You see RPK just the pistol, but look at this. They pushed down Banana as quick as they can. 3 people here, and Fnatic, they have to give this one up.
Oh, they went for the double, I think triple grenades there as well, hoping that they could catch out a rush, catch out Fnatic off guard, but Fnatic not falling for it. They do only have 3 Galils in hand, which is why they've perhaps slowed things down here. Maybe expecting some of that counter aggression that Titan worked so successfully for them just a couple of rounds ago. But it's going to be a back off, a rotate, everybody back into position for Titan. But they still hold this very aggressive angle down Banana.
I wonder if Fnatic's actually going to expect this, because the way they group it up, looks like they want to go towards this direction. This is to get the first contact, but he doesn't win the trade.
Maniac does get a quick reply, but they were outnumbered there, and that's actually open B completely. RPK wasn't caught off guard there, just managed to get Olafmeister down. Smith's got himself the angle, tries to get that one down though. That's what he needed to do, just anything in there. And that's gifted the Beast Knight completely to them. Shox is going to push on through the smoke. He's going into the spools. I don't think they're going to expect him in the corner here. Now he gets around, gets himself one. They line up for him. Doesn't get the triple. Flusher does respond, but he makes it a one-on-one. RPK now. The flash is going to work out well for Flusher, but he doesn't manage to catch on towards him. Gets himself in the corner, and now RPK. Oh, that grenade's going to be on point. It's going to catch him around the side. Flusher with the shot, and that was beautiful. 1 health was all that remained for Flusher there as they go to match point.
Crims did it with 5, Flusher did it with 1. Well done by them, and like you said, now on match point to move into the semifinal to play against Virtus.pro Titan. I just have to wonder if they just waited a second for some teammates to get in there. There was no need to challenge when they were just coming around the corner from Banana in towards the site. I think the pop flash actually came in a little bit late out of Shox to allow him to go for that. So if that flash came in a second or two earlier, he should have had a triple spray down. But either way, they have to deal with the cards that they've been dealt. And you can see they don't have anything to really work with. Just some 5.7s, a CZ, a P250, a FAMAS. They do have a kit on Maniac, but up against Fnatic, who have the double AKs, the double Galils, and the M4, and are just waiting out Titan to get aggressive to gather this information to try to pick up a kill for themselves. This is going to be very, very difficult for Titan to claw their way back into this next round.
Well, it's certainly a lot closer than Train was, but Titan, once again, staring at the jaws of defeat here to Fnatic. They are a very tough team to beat in best of threes. Anyone in the world can attest to that one. Banana is looking to be the place they're going to challenge. There's one tucked away on Porch's existence, and he could play a vital role. But the problem is this defensive little spot has been played so many times. They've got to be expecting it. They've gone for the double. They've got one in Porch, one on Fox. And look at that. JW comes in free firing. And Maniac not even going to be able to turn around. Completely whited. Flashed out totally. JW catches one coming around the corner. Can he make it a second? No, it's going to be Shox. The only rifle they have remaining, and it's already in construction. They know where he is. They know his position. Molov is going to find RPK around the back there, but RPK turns around and manages to turn it in his favour. Can he collect the AK? Doesn't matter. Flusher finds him. Shox the last man standing. Should get taken down. And now, there it is. 16-13. Fnatic will take it. And GG, well played. You've got to give it to Titan. They almost worked out for them. 16-13. They certainly pushed Fnatic very hard here on Inferno, but it is going to be a straight 2-0 for them. And now Fnatic will go through to place Virtus.pro in the semi-final.
Thing is, there was just a couple of rounds in there where they just, if they waited a second or two longer and pushed it as a team on CT side, they could have won it.
Existence, that one, definitely, that 2-on-2.
Yeah, and you have to wonder like what was going through the comms, what was going through their heads, because little subtle changes like that, peeking together, waiting for your team, or gather your composure in a situation like that when the adrenaline's pumping, can change the pace of the actual game. So it's a little bit fortunate for them. They did prove, though, they're still a really strong Inferno team, almost beating Fnatic on it. Train, obviously, have a lot of work to go on that one, but I think they're definitely improving as time has gone on. Since those roster swaps have happened, they started to finally gather some steam, finally figure out how they want to play.
So, quick reminder for you guys, if you have just joined us, if you missed a fantastic Ninjas in Pajamas performance, they managed to take down Envious. That was 16-13 on Dust 2 and 16-7 on Inferno. Fantastic 2-0 from them. Don't know where they turned up from. Envy just got swept aside in the end. It was magnificent stuff. And Fnatic, of course, you just saw taking down Titan. It was 16-5 on Train. Dominant Train first half from Fnatic. I think it ended up 12-3 first half. It was big. It was big, that's for sure. 16-13 here on Inferno, and that of course means that now Ninjas in Pajamas, they're going to be facing off in the first semi-final against TSM, Team Solo Mid, and of course then it's going to be Virtus.pro versus Fnatic. Now they're going to be starting 6:45 for the pre-show. The match should be starting at 7 p.m. That's going to be here in Dubai, which I believe is 5 p.m. Central European Time and 8 a.m. Pacific. So if you guys at home are watching now, that's where you can set your clocks for. We're going to have ourselves a break because it is only, I believe, around about 3 p.m. here, I think it is. Something around there. So it's actually been a pretty quick first two best of 3 elimination matches. But 4 teams remain. Who do we think is going to take it now? We got Fnatic, Virtus.pro in there, TSM, NIP.
So for the Team Solo Mid NIP game, my thing is you want to see NIP do well. They've had such a bad streak for so long now. You want to see them finally win, but you would love to see a TSM Fnatic rematch in the finals. You really would.
And rumors are floating around about NIP. We'll see whether they come true, because they played like they had no care in the world, and it worked out well for them. We'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back with the semi-finals in a short while.